The sun goes down, the stars
You know my whistle, baby, let me know.
universe will never
You know
be
my
the same.
whistle, baby.
Pop Danthology. Ooh, baby, baby, ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby, ooh, baby, baby. Yo, hell yeah, dirty bass. Ghetto girl, you drive me crazy. Hell yeah, dirty bass. It's not about what you've done, it's about what you do.
Okay, so we chose to do Lush Cosmetics. It's a company that I'm in love with, as you can tell. They are a UK-based company, and they started in North America in 1995. And then we're gonna have Emily talk about their target audience a little bit more.
So Lush, while they provide products for men and children, Lush's main target audience is women ages 18 to 45. They usually tend to have a higher socioeconomic status because some of their products are a little bit on the pricier side, but that demographic doesn't really represent Lush's audience. Lush, as we mentioned in the video, Lush's consumers, they're very passionate, they have values, they tend to be really vegetarian and vegan friendly, and so Lush's products appeal to that audience. They use really safe packaging, so it's really compatible with an eco-friendly lifestyle.
Okay, so I took a look at Lush's Facebook, and the one thing that I found just overwhelmingly is that their brand comes through so strongly on their Facebook. This is what it looks like right now, and as you can see, from the time that we made our video until now, they've gotten a ton more likes. So we're up to over, this morning I think the count was 471,000 and like 500 or something, so like we said in the video, they're ever growing. Jesse mentioned last night to us that they're opening a new store like every Thursday or something, which is really awesome. So it's cool to look at how their brand is growing. So like I said, the one thing that I did notice about Facebook is that it's not so much focused on their products. It's really about their beliefs and the ideals that Lush holds. So like you saw in the video, they had that "We Believe" statement. If you click on their About section on Facebook, it's all about what Lush believes in, and it's fighting against animal testing, sustainability, and the environment. And I think it's really cute that they call their products like naked products. They don't use packaging if they don't have to, and even if they do, it's real green packaging for the most part. Recently, I've noticed that a bunch of their trends have to do with fighting against animal testing, and they even made a post not too long ago with a quote from Barack Obama concerned with same-sex marriage equality, which I thought was really cool. And I think that it's actually a really bold move for the company to just put their beliefs out there, but I think it really works with their audience. So many people had really strong reactions to that, both good and bad. But regardless, there was a reaction, and so there was interaction on their Facebook. Another thing, and it's like in the scale of the whole Facebook, like this much of it is product. They have pictures of the product and comments on it, but the other thing that I noticed is how passionate consumers are. So many people just get on there and they say, I love your products, I love this. I started using your stuff and my acne cleared up. I started using this and I just feel better using organic, fresh products than what I would buy like at CVS or Walgreens. And every response to those comments is always super positive, even if, like for one, like an example, that one girl got a product that they didn't love. She was like, I just don't like how it smells, it's not for me, and they automatically said, ship it back and we'll exchange it for something that you like better, that we know that you'll like. So basically, they use Facebook perfectly, in my opinion. They have links to the rest of their sites on it, and it's all very cohesive and goes with kind of all of their other social media with expressing their brand. So I'll pass it off now to Jesse to talk about Twitter.
So I chose to look at Lush's Twitter for about the past 4 or 5 months. And what I noticed is this is the heaviest place to have interactions. So Twitter is a whole lot easier to have interactions than Facebook, I find, because it's quick little phrases that you send to one another, and you're not like constantly bombarding other people's news feeds. So that Twitter allows this to happen. So during like the holidays, when there was concerns with like shipping, when people weren't getting their packages quite on time, or they didn't know where it was, a lot of people would tweet Lush, and then the first thing they would say, send us your invoice number, we'll look it up for you and get back to you as soon as possible. Or if they got a package in with damaged goods, they said, ship it back to us, email customer service, here's customer service's number. So Lush uses Twitter as like almost an extension of their customer service. They do link it back a lot with their phone number and the email. And then, again, like Madison said, a lot of the times customers aren't happy that it's not exactly what they thought it would be, or if there's anything negative about it. Lush would, first of all, apologize, because they definitely believe the customer's always right. And they would say, you know what, here's another recommendation, feel free to return it to the store and exchange it for something else. And then they had a little slip up during the Boston incident. There was a tweet that was sent out that some people found it offensive. Instead of saying, oh, I'm sorry that y'all thought it was offensive, we apologize, it was literally, completely their fault. They took total blame for it. They didn't try to pin it on any other customers, and that showed a lot of character, in my opinion. They literally tweeted every single person back, and then they also did like a broad mass tweet, and they removed it and apologized multiple times on top of that. And then they do link this to their website, their Facebook, their blog, their Instagram, pretty much every other single website. So this is kind of like the hub, I find, of all of their social media. And then we can have Emily talk about their Instagram.
So Lush's Instagram, it's a lot of fun. Lush is not, they don't have a stiff corporate feel. They're very like fun, friendly, and I think their Instagram really shows it. They have very diverse posts, as you can see just from the screen cap. Like one of their pictures is a product, and then they have this artsy picture, and then this cool quote, and that's a really accurate sampling of Lush's Instagram. They have a few pictures of products, they have pictures of their employees working in the stores, volunteering, and just being goofy. And I think that's something that's really cool about Lush, actually, is they really put a face on their employees. Like, on their Instagram, you can see pictures of them, they're on Twitter, and even on Pinterest too. And then also that's evident in the stores, because if you go to Lush and you buy something, it'll have a little sticker with like an illustration of the employee's face, and it'll say, this was made by Jesse, and it'll have a picture of Jesse. So I think that's really cool how they represent their employees. My one recommendation for Lush's Instagram is that they receive a lot of feedback on their they receive a lot of feedback on their posts. Like they'll get between 2,000 and 8,000 likes on average and lots of comments, but Lush doesn't really respond to comments at all. So that would be my one recommendation, is just to hop in and join the conversation every now and then. And their Pinterest is also very diverse. They're really, really, really appealing to their audience. Like they have boards for like bath time where they show off their bath products, skincare, all that stuff. But they also have boards like vegan fashion, vegan recipes, because they know that these things are what's going to interest their customer base. And now Alex will take off with YouTube.
Their YouTube, as far as, they have about 705 videos in total, but as far as this year, they only have 3 videos up. One of them is about a spa service that they offer, but the other 2 are about the animal testing. That is where most of the feedback came from. Like most of their other sites, most of the feedback is really positive. It's, you know, I love the company for this reason, this is why I buy your products. There's not a lot of interaction. They don't really ask any questions. It's mostly just, you know, giving a lot of love and saying, you know, I love you, I love your products. And I don't really see the need for them to interact here, because you'll see later they kind of get down to that. They make up for that in their forum. They do give these playlists just to kind of appeal to their customers, what they think that they might like, and then they do have a Google Plus. I know in our area especially, not really many people are on Google Plus, and they do only have 1,000 followers, but they do keep up with it every day, and they share just as much content as they would on their website. They have links to their blog, links to partnerships that they're working on, and things like that, and a lot of it is similar to what's on their Instagram, just a little bit more detailed. Again, most of the comments are just people saying, you know, how much they love Lush and how much they love the causes and the campaigns that they stand for. But again, there's not a lot of interaction. I'm not very familiar with Google Plus, you know, on a personal level, so I don't have one. But I don't really see the need for the interaction because again, you'll see in the forum. This is where I really feel like they get in touch with their customers. This isn't all of the forums that they have. There's probably about 6 more, but they get really detailed. They have one where it's a rant and a rave. You can learn about old products. You can learn about the history of the company and just see how they've come up to speed, where they are now. And there's actually admins for each forum that are in charge of interacting with each customer. Everyone that leaves a comment of some sort or a question is responded to, no matter whether it's negative, you know, or positive. And there's always a positive response. There's never, you know, someone trying to egg on a fight or anything like that. And it's really trying to figure out what their customers are looking for. As far as the forum goes, the only recommendation that I have, I noticed whenever I was browsing through some of their other sites, they have sites for 45 other countries, and they don't have forums on all those. And I think that this is the North American one. I think it would be really effective if they expanded to all of the countries, just because I think this is the best way for them to connect with their customers.
One thing that Jesse and I noticed about Facebook and Twitter as far as improvement goes is Jesse brought it up, and I really agree with it, that we love their Facebook, we love their Twitter, we think they use it, you know, perfectly. But we do find that they could use it as more of a polling tool to see what their customers like and what they don't like. He also mentioned that each location has its own, or should have its own Facebook, but they don't all have Instagrams or Twitters and stuff like that based on their local audience. And he told us that Lush doesn't, Jesse's our Lush guru, and we love him for that. He told us that Lush doesn't advertise at all. And so this is them, and this is all that they're throwing out all the time, and it's wonderful, and it's working for them. And so I think that kind of wraps it up. Do you have anything else to say?
Nope. Y'all should all come.